Hi, I'm Mr. Curry. I've been working at Sea Lab for the last 20 years down at the waterfront, teaching swimming and water safety. My school job is teaching phys ed at New Bedford High School here at the swimming pool.
Hi Sea Lab, this is Mr. Longo, one of the members of the waterfront at Sea Lab. I've been at Sea Lab now for over 10 summers. I'm an assistant principal at New Bedford High School during the school year, and I've been there 13 years. I also used to coach swimming and diving with Mr. Barron and Mr. Curry, and I'm currently the girls volleyball coach at New Bedford High School.
Hi, this is Mr. Curry, and today we're going to go over some of the rules of the pool that we have here, but they also apply to any public pool or backyard pool. So some of those rules that go both ways are no glass. You shouldn't have glass around the pool. Broken glass can cause cuts and all kinds of problems, so we do not want glass around a pool. Another big rule that we really want you to follow is you should never be swimming alone. Here we have it listed that children under the age of 16 should not be using a swimming pool without an adult in attendance.
Mr. Longo, I'm just here with some pool safety rules. So some universal rules that you'll see at any pool, whether it's here, like the pool at New Bedford High School, or at someone's house. You're never going to be running at the pool. You're never going to be allowed to have glass near the pool. Also, no one should be diving in any above ground pools. And if you're going to dive in an in-ground pool, you want to make sure that there's a deep enough deep end for you to do so safely. Here you can see in this pool that it's clearly marked with a red line where it's going to get deeper into the pool. And then once you get here past 7 feet in this pool, that's where it's going to be safe to dive. So you just want to be really, really cautious when you're getting into water and you're making sure you do it safely wherever you may be swimming.
This is Mr. Varron. I'm one of your sailing instructors down at Sea Lab. I've been a sailing instructor at Sea Lab for the past 14 years. During the school year, I'm also a 5th grade teacher at Abraham Lincoln School, and I've been a teacher for 19 years in the school system. I also coach during the winter time. I've been a coach of boys and girls swimming for the past 20 years.
Hi everybody, my name is Mr. Griss. I am also one of your sailing instructors here at Sea Lab. I'm also a history teacher at New Bedford High School, where I also coach a swim team, and I run a lifeguard training program. We're very excited to teach you guys a little bit about sailing. Hi everybody, Mr. Griss here, going to go over some essential boating equipment that we use here at Sea Lab. The first thing that we recommend that everybody has on their boat is a dry bag. Okay, this red bag, we can seal it up, we keep it on the boat, and if it were to go overboard, none of the contents inside of it can get wet. Okay, a few of the things that we keep in it, first is a first aid kit. It's not very fancy, but it does have all of the band-aids and gauze and items that we would need in case somebody gets hurt. Another thing that is good to have is sunscreen, all right? When you're sailing out for a long time, you're in the sun, it's very important to take care of yourself. In addition to that, we can keep any student medications or personal items that we don't want to get wet on our boat. Another thing that we like to keep, both the instructors, we keep a multi-tool on the boat, often in our jackets, just in case we need to fix something or cut a line last minute. In addition to that, a quality pair of sunglasses is very important, so that way you can keep your eyes on what you're doing, and that is a safety issue. The final item that is Coast Guard required on all boats is a VHF radio. In case of an emergency or we need to contact other boats, we can do so.
We're going to be going over some boating equipment and safety precautions that you want to have while you're out on the water. So a few things you want to go over is first what you want to wear. So with our boats, because they are smaller, we do get wet and we do launch them from the beach. So when you're out on the water, you want to wear things that are going to dry quickly. So typically for boys, we're going to have you wear a typical bathing suit, and you want to wear some type of dry fit shirt. Now girls, you can wear a bathing suit underneath, and you can wear some shorts. And again, a dry fit or any kind of sun-blocking shirt is what you'd want, so they can dry quickly as you're out on the water. Now some days when we go out, it is a little windier, overcast and cloudy, and it might be a little bit cooler. So in that case, you want to bring some type of windbreaker jacket. Okay, and again, this is just on cooler days. And again, just to keep you warm while you're out there is the key. Now, beyond that, every student is required to be wearing a life jacket. Now, with our life jackets, one thing you want to make sure when you're out on the boat is that they are Coast Guard approved. So if you look here on the inside tag, it will say that it is approved by the Coast Guard. So that's what you want. You also want to look at the size. So for me, being a bigger person, I'm going to use a large or extra large. Okay, we actually have sizes of life jackets in all different sizes available for all students. And when you put your life jacket on, you want to make sure it fits correctly. So the first thing you want to do is zip it up. And then once it's zippered, you notice that it's very loose right now. If we just pull on our tabs on the sides, it will tighten up the jacket for us. And the reason why we want this nice and tight is so that if we were to capsize or go overboard, okay, we don't want this to be lifting up on us. So we want to keep this fairly tight. The other thing is, as an instructor, we also make sure that we have whistles attached to our life jacket. And this is for emergency purposes, okay, in case anybody needs to hear us, especially if things get foggy, stuff like that. You want to make sure you have some type of whistle along with you. So again, we want to stay dry. We want to make sure we have a personal flotation device that fits us correctly. We want a jacket just in case things get cooler. Now the last thing I want to go over is footwear. This is an important part, especially again on a smaller boat. We have lots of lines and things that are around our feet constantly. You don't want to wear flip-flops like I'm currently wearing, because these do not have a backing to it. These fall off your feet very easily, easy for you to get tripped up. You want to use some type of sandal or some type of water shoe that has a backing to it. So this backing will keep that on your feet, especially if by some chance we do go overboard and capsize, you're not going to lose your sandals. I also like the ones that have the protection in the front for your toes. So this way your feet don't get caught on anything and you don't stub your toes on anything. So again, this is protective footwear that you would use out on our boats, and that's required. So again, that's clothing and apparel that you would definitely need while you're out on our boats.